So this is me. I'm finishing up my junior year at University of Wisconsin-Madison, majoring in film. I work at Jimmy John's, I barely make my monthly rent, and I haven't been asleep before 3 a.m. in a year and a half. Most of my time is spent going to class, working, or hanging out with friends. When I'm alone, I watch movies, mostly. My parents are deaf, I'm bipolar, my favorite color is red, I'm incredibly insecure about pretty much everything I do, and I like making videos.
Turn that racket down! What do you want?
And this is me. 10 years ago, in 2008. I'm in 6th grade, Mr. Farnsworth's class. I recently started playing the tuba. I barely keep a B average, and I haven't taken a shower in about a week, probably. Most of my time is spent at school or hanging out with friends. When I'm alone, I play video games, mostly. My parents are deaf, I'm bullied a lot, my favorite color is green, I'm constantly searching for approval from everybody around me, and I like making videos. That's Philip. He's my best friend.
What's Luke? What do you want to do? Yeah.
That's James. He's a friend, but we really hate each other, but we kind of have a mutual understanding that... never mind, it's complicated.
Yeah. So, what do you want to do, buddy? What? Yeah, what now? Yo, what do you say? What do you say? Wake up! Yes!
That's Luke. Oh, Luke.
I need to take corn!
And this is The Corn Stalks at Midnight. We made it for our 6th grade talent show. Yeah, we showed this to the entire school on a projector in our intermediate school gym. And we were proud of it.
Guys, I don't feel so good. You don't look so good either, huh?
And the weird part was that other people liked it too. I remember other kids coming up to Philip, James, and I to tell us how awesome the video was. It felt good. It was the first time I recall receiving genuine compliments for something I had a part in creating. Someone outside of my friends and family liked what we made.
Corn!
So, Philip, James, and I created a YouTube channel called Ackman Raw as a place to centralize all our videos and make them public for anyone to watch. Within the year, we had made several more videos together, Night of the Living Marionette being our magnum opus. As a group, we began working in our own running gags, recurring characters, and interweaving plot lines, which were all just the worst.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Probably our best joke was that I could never use the stairs correctly.
Push it to the limit. Walk along a razor's edge. But don't look down, just keep your head or you'll be finished. Open up.
Who could forget James's timeless, wonderful portrayal of Sergeant Walden, ex-Navy SEAL?
This is Sergeant Walden. I heard that this specific house has been received. I've received a bunch of calls about this house and domestic disturbances. I'm here to check it out. Hi, I'm Sergeant Walden, ex-Navy SEAL. Now, and with my training video, you will learn everything you need to know. This stuff isn't good enough. This stuff has just been getting worse and worse. That's why you don't eat strange leaves.
And I made several more on my own time, alone, or with my brother, Hans. I experimented with stop-motion animation, simple effects, and editing. Great stuff, really, top notch. Together, we made Hans's Great Adventure. A video heavily inspired by The Legend of Zelda. I loved video games and loved the idea of bringing them into the real world through film.
Oh no, it's a Koopa!
In my mind, anything was possible with these videos. It was like my imagination was being brought to life in the real world. I could do anything. I could be anything. In this way, Hans and I were very similar. He wanted to bring his 8-year-old ideas to life, and I was more than willing to help.
There's only one thing to do. To the rocket! Rocket! Rocket!
I was a weird kid.
Rocket!
I was really loud.
You'll never get away with this, Maxor! My powers are weak! Just one more shot! Okay!
I was socially inept.
Action guy! Someone stole stuff from the public restroom!
Got nothing better to do.
Spit me out! Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Oh no, it's a bush!
Oh my god. I was bullied a lot. I was the kid who put gummy bears on his pizza. I was the weird kid who pretended that he was a superhero at recess. I was the kid who still had imaginary friends in middle school. But I was also the kid who was too dumb to realize that he was being made fun of. The camera provided a kind of barrier between me and those people. I could do anything I wanted on video. I felt, well, free. Anything I did in real life was weird and wrong, but when put into a video, it was cool and unique.
Hey, dude. Oh, hey, man. I was just picking you up some. Oh, shit!
Going into high school, we had long abandoned Akhmenra. Instead, we opted to start a new YouTube channel, Chug Life. We decided to give up on our pipe dreams of being big YouTube celebrities with comedy videos and shifted our focus to just making videos for the fun of it. Oftentimes, they were written, filmed, and edited within the day.
I am Lytheratrix Tight Hairy Nips.
Lytheratrix Tight Hairy Nips.
I'm the Human Train.
The Human Train.
I'm the Speedy Duck.
Speedy Brooks.
You'll never grow up to be a firefighter.
Meanwhile, I worked on my own projects. Before this point, I had never considered myself as a filmmaker. But finally, I was proud of what I was making and wanted to do more. However, there was only so much I could do with a budget of $0 and being a freshman in high school. And this is where my interest in film exploded. All of a sudden, I was watching, learning, and reading everything I could. Many of the films that shaped my childhood began taking on new meaning. I began finding my inspirations, both new and old. I learned how to use Adobe Premiere, and editing quickly became my favorite part of production. I began investing in better film equipment, using more professional lights, and seeking advice from everyone and anyone in the film community. I started making really big plans. Definitely too big for a high school freshman. I began writing. A lot. I churned out screenplay after screenplay, all of which were just horrible. Humans vs. Velociraptors was a 60-pager about a world overrun by velociraptors and a group of high schoolers going to Russia to kill the Alpha.
If we don't save the world, we're all gonna die. What do you mean there's no cure?
Humans vs. Velociraptors never came to fruition, besides some small clips I filmed early on.
It's hard to believe it's been a month since the tragic Velociraptor incident, and the government is still cleaning up the dead Velociraptors all over the world since they mysteriously died all at once.
I was getting more serious about my personal projects. I started putting real time and effort into them, beginning to create my own film style.
There is a dark side that is with each of us. And no matter where we go, it is always following us. Our shadow.
My French class was a huge contributor to how I approached film. I created a series of videos for French with an overarching plot, actual characters, complicated lore, and minimal French.
Je ne le préfère pas. Je le déteste.
Tu aimes les triangles?
Huntsman, the classy Pokemon. This Pokemon uses its cane to eat.
Sounds powerful!
French Video 5 was probably the closest I actually got to creating a short film. It was the first film I fully wrote and fully directed, at least officially.
Oh, boss, wait.
I poured literally all my time into it. It felt good. As we approached our last year of high school with higher-end equipment and a larger grasp on how film itself actually worked, we produced the highest quality stuff we ever had. I'm in a constant state of not caring at all and caring immensely about what people think of me. I love to stand out in a crowd, but I can't help but second guess everything I do. The praise and encouragement that I received during high school was what kept me going. Everyone who supported me helped me more than they'll ever know. I'm not good at very much. I was never an athlete. I was never incredibly smart. Honestly, sometimes it's just nice to be told you're good at something. Sometimes that's all you really need. So, it's been 2 years since the last Real Chug Life video. And there's been smaller videos here and there, but nothing substantial. I've been doing some work for school that I like to put on there, and during the summer I'm leading kids at the camp I work at through making videos of their own. But the lack of films being made despite my own overwhelming motivation is a result of two things. One, lack of time. College takes up almost all of my free time. The little amount of free time that I have is usually spent with other people, rather than by myself writing or filming. And two, I'm at a weird place in my life, and how I see myself. This is a little hard to explain. I've gone through a lot of changes in the past few years. Moving out of the house and living on my own. Coming to terms and coping with my bipolar disorder, the beginning and end of a long-term relationship, career decisions, and accepting a large-scale responsibility for myself. And through all of this, my perception of who I am has been distorted. Creativity comes directly from the personality of the creator, I think. It's hard to create anything when you don't know who you are. A few weeks ago, I found a hard drive tossed loosely into a drawer in my bedroom. I plugged it in, and there was every video I had ever made in one place. Not just the ones on YouTube. There were videos I forgot even existed. And I watched every single one that night. Some made me laugh, some made me cringe, but they all made me smile. It's kind of surreal to watch yourself grow up, especially in the context of dumb videos that you made when you were 10. Not only do I get to see how my film form has changed and been refined, I get to see my own personality changing through the years. And that's what's so crazy to me. With every video, there's a slightly different me in front of the camera. I start off as this weird, goofy kid, and as I grow up, that aspect of me slowly fades. I find comedy beyond falling down the stairs.
Yeah! Oh my God!
You won't regret it, brother.
There's ways of speaking dialogue beyond yelling.
No, my Nerf trademark glasses!
Alright, that's enough.
Condiments!
I realize that sometimes simply improvising every line just isn't funny.
Is that the legendary Dusk Noir?
Hey kids, do you remember scooters?
No.
Do you remember when everybody was riding scooters?
I hate scooters.
I stopped putting silly things in my films just because I thought they were funny.
I'm the golden paperclip of Akamander. Whoa, floating paperclip!
What's a theremin?
It's, you know, it's a theremin with the hand and the music and woo, it's theremin. And as I grew up, I realized videos don't have to be video games brought into the real world. Yes, I've completely changed from that weird, goofy kid 10 years ago.
I'm Inspector Gadget.
My heart is human, my blood is boiling, my brain IBM.
Maybe not. I don't think anyone really changes growing up. At their core, everyone stays the same their whole life. They just learn to refine how they present themselves. I mean, look at James.
And this is the beginning of the second sequence. Combat. Physical or mental? No, just physical.
We're gonna give you the bad cop routine. Where my buddy here, he abuses you mentally as I abuse you physically. Hey man, come on.
Look at Philip. I was a weird kid, but I think too often people are told not to be weird. My whole life is filled with others telling me, don't be weird, Brett. Most of my childhood was spent trying to suppress my personality. Bury who I was because it didn't fit what other people wanted from me. I think everyone goes through something like that. We're all told to stop being weird. Stop doing what sets us apart from the crowd. We're always told to stop our quirks, but we're never told that everybody else is just as weird as we are. Everyone seems to be hiding behind these layers of others telling them to be normal. For me, the camera took those layers away and told me, be weird. Do whatever you want. And I did. My whole life, everyone told me not to be weird. But no one told me not to make videos.